Imagine you're sitting at the lunch table with your peers. You're laughing about what happened in class and you get up to go get lunch. When you return to your table, your friend widens his eyes in horror and he opens his mouth and he points at you and the bloody stain on the seat asking what it was. Then, with a riveting realization, you realize that it's your period on the seat and you have no idea what to do because this is your first time experiencing this and you have no resources to buy a pad or a tampon. My purpose to you is to inform to you why the Clark County School District should work to make tampons and pads free in all schools here in Nevada. I will be talking about the research I did on the cost of feminine hygiene products, the steps we can take in order to achieve free menstrual products in CCSC, and the state that has already accomplished providing free feminine hygiene products to their students. I have done extensive research on the price of feminine hygiene products and the toll it has on women in the United States. According to Time, feminine products are a $2 billion industry in the United States alone, but for those who live in poverty, lack of access to menstrual health care is more than just a punchline. Of course, not all women in Nevada live in poverty, but when our bodies perform a natural function every 28 days that requires us to purchase and repurchase products, it begins to add up. Time even stated that American women spend well over $2 billion per year on feminine hygiene products, and the average woman will use 16,800 tampons and pads over the course of her lifetime. 16,800 tampons and pads that maybe a young girl in school could not have access to purchase in the course of the beginning stages of her cycle. Based on Capital News Online, 100 million young people worldwide have no access to feminine hygiene products. Now, in reference back to Time, people who don't have access to feminine hygiene products, meaning they don't have a change of pad or tampons, are linked to high rates of cervical cancer in India, in developing countries, infections caused by use of filthy, unwashed rags, or in this case, not changing your tampon or pad. If we don't provide young people with the means to free feminine hygiene products, then those who cannot afford it are at risk for cervical cancer, which is not something a young girl should have to worry about. Now that I have talked to you about the cost of feminine hygiene products to women's money and health, I would like to provide you with research I did to a solution to this problem so that we can help the Clark County School District to provide free feminine hygiene products to school. Now, it's not a simple process. We have to start a petition, and we can start a petition on change.org in order for Clark County to propose a bill in the state of Nevada so that students can gain free access to feminine hygiene products. Now, according to Washington State Legislature, a bill may be introduced in the Senate or the House of Representatives, which would be the purpose of our petition. According to ballotpedia.org, signatures can be collected, and once sufficient signatures have been collected, statutory initiatives are first presented to the Nevada State Legislature. Now, in our case, the proposed statute would be free feminine hygiene products in the Clark County School District. Then, if our statute is approved by legislature and signed by the governor, the proposed statute becomes a law. Now, of course, if there's not enough signatures, then maybe there isn't a law. Well, no, the law is submitted to voters at the next general election. Well, what if no one wants to sign the petition then? What happens then? Ballotpedia.org also states that in Nevada, citizens also have the power to refer laws to a vote of the people. If the law is rejected, then it is repealed. Now that I have talked to you about the steps we can take in order to achieve free menstrual products in the Clark County School District, or at least help them in proposing a bill, I would like to talk about the state who already has a bill that provides their public schools with free feminine hygiene products. And this state is California. California proposed a bill regarding free feminine hygiene products in schools, which has already been passed and approved by the governor and the Secretary of State on October 12, 2017. According to the website of California legislative information, this bill would prohibit a public school from charging for any menstrual products, including feminine hygiene products, provided to people, meaning that it is free, and the girls who go to public school in California would never have to worry about forgetting to bring a napkin or tampon to school, or just not having one because it's their first time getting their period. It even explicitly states in the bill that a public school described in Subdivision A shall not charge for any menstrual products provided to pupils, including but not limited to feminine hygiene products. Now, I don't know about you, but California should not be the only state who provides free feminine hygiene products in schools because periods are experienced by all women and not just those who live in the Golden State. In conclusion, the Clark County School District should work in proposing a bill to provide free feminine health products to schools. I have discussed the cost of feminine hygiene products to women's health and money, the steps we can take in order to help Clark County pass a bill, and the bill that California has actually passed to provide free feminine hygiene products in public schools. Now, if the Clark County School District provided free feminine hygiene products in schools, then there would be no more panicked instances and blood-stained lunch tables anymore. And we would all be like this girl frolicking in a field